Welcome you on the show. Sports update on Trust TV. Adeni Getafe. We saw there the 8th nation that will be locking horns in the quarterfinals of AFCON 2023. Big one. Matches actually be starting on Friday. Nigerians can't wait to play against Angola. You know that particular battle is a big one because we have a lot of historical moments that will be coming to the memory there. Well, we'll be joining Tuji Eleke from Kaduna, who will be at least joining us to talk on the show. Sport update. Good to have you, Tuji. Okay, so while we're waiting for Tuji to join us, quickly let's look at the first story that has to do with Nigeria playing against Angola. A lot of history concerning that country between Nigeria and Angola. Beat Angola for late Sam Okwaraji and the entire nation. Coming from Coach Obo to Super Eagles. Super Eagles will be facing them by 6 p.m. on Friday. And the big one is the fact that he said, make sure you defeat this country because in 1989, let me take you down the memory lane. Nigeria was actually playing against Angola in Lagos. Our own late Samuel Okwaraji actually slumped and died during that particular encounter. Although not to say they were the one that killed him, but the fact that it was the same country that particular incident happened, it was a painful one. Samuel Okwaraji died in 1989 while playing against Angola at the National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. And now, to let you also know that in 2006 World Cup that we also actually get the ticket, the same Angola came to Nigeria, play against us in Kano. The stadium there, it ended 1-0 draw, and it was a painful one because we could not get to 2006 World Cup, and it's a pain in the flesh for Nigeria. Right now, Coach Obu says, go out there, do it, if not for anything, at least for Sam Okwaraji, so that at least Nigerians will be proud for the fact that they were actually able to do that. We're looking at that story. Beat Angola for late Sam Okwaraji and the entire nation. Tunji, are you there? Okay, while we're talking about Angola versus Nigeria, it's a big one because we look at these two countries. They'll be facing themselves in the round of that's the quarterfinal rather, where all the other teams will be fighting hard to see who stays up, who qualifies to the semi-final. But as it is right now, Super Eagles are saying they want to do it again. You saw that particular clip we actually play there. That is the song. That is the team spirit. The team song concerning the Eagles' performance this time around. Let's do it again. Sung by Majid. And really, Eagles have been talking tough that they want to make sure they do it again, they win this encounter. And from the way it is, Eagles are battle ready. A lot of Nigerians are beginning to talk that they should do it. They should make sure they are not complacent, don't underrate Angola. In fact, their coach, Jose Pizarro, says he will make sure the boys or the team, the men, as you want to call them, the Super Eagles, are not complacent against Angola. Don't underrate them. If you do that, at your own peril, because Angola also, they are equal to the task. And every team that so far qualified for this quarterfinals, they deem fit, really, they deserve to be there because they work out for Cape Verde. You look at them, they did so well. You look at Guinea, you look at Cote d'Ivoire, all of them fought out. South Africa, not forgetting Mali, all fought out to get to this round of that's the quarterfinals. Well, a big one there. Tuji Eleke is there with us. Let's have you, Tuji. We're talking about Coach Obu saying, beat Angola for late Sam Okwaraji and the entire nation. Are you staying with that too, or they should beat Angola for you?
Thank you so much for having me. The truth of the matter is we need to beat Angola for me, for you, for every Nigerian, for the pain, for the pain of Kano in 2009. They stopped us from going to the World Cup in was it? I can't remember that year.
2006
I think it was 2004, 2005 or thereabouts, when they, when we had the likes of Fabrice Aqua, we need to revenge that pain, and so that we can get one over them. Angolans have been talking, they've been speaking on social media, blah blah, and but we have our work cut out for us. This is a very attacking team, and our defense will definitely be tested. So they need to beat Angola for me, for you, for Samuel Okwaraji, God rest his soul, and for every other Nigerian, especially we that suffered that pain of losing in Kano the other day.
I see it was a painful one because Nigerians, a lot of complaints here and there concerning that game, but it's past now. All they need to do, like you said, they should win that game for me, for you, and for all Nigerians, and the soul of late Samuel Okwaraji. But really, Nigerians, do you believe they can do it tomorrow, Tunji?
Of course, yes, I believe we have everything to be able to beat them. We have the team, we have the boys, we have the motivation. Everything is working well for us. I mean, with Nwabali coming back into the team, hopefully, I mean, it's one that I am relishing. I am looking forward to seeing how the team would absorb the pressure of such attacking guys from Angola. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm very, very sure that Victor Osimhen is going to trouble that defense again, creating those chances for the wingers to come in, put him into play, and I believe that Victor Osimhen will break his duck, his goal drought in this particular competition in this game.
Hopefully, Victor Osimhen will actually score in this particular match. A lot of Nigerians can't wait. 6 p.m. tomorrow. That's on Friday. Let's see what's going to be happening. While we're talking about that, like you said, the Angolas have been talking. Their government have been promising them heaven and earth. But our boys are really, they've been quiet. And I think I love that quietness. Now, let's look at this particular scenario. Coming from Kenneth Omeruo, one of the most experienced players in our squad, says, well, we do the talking on the pitch. According to Kenneth Omeruo, we're looking at that particular story right now. Super Eagles will do the talking on the pitch. They are not talking now. Let them go onto the pitch and silence the Pelangras Negras of Angola, who have been talking almost every part of their mouth.
Exactly. You see, when you look at the real nature of an eagle doesn't talk much. The eagle does his thing from heights. It sees his targets from heights and then just soars in, picks up what he wants to pick up, and he's off again. So they can talk all they want. They can make noise as much as they want. We are going to be doing our talking on the pitch. I want to see Jose Peseiro putting out the same team, that ended that game against Cameroon in the last round. I want to see a solid defense. I want to see an attack that is going to pressure the defense of Angola. And one thing we should note is that Angola is not so good in defense. They are better in attack, and that is how they wallop their opponents. In attack, that is where they are so good. In defense, they are not so strong. So let's exploit their weaknesses while we stand strong. Like Kenneth Omeruo said, we are going to do our talking on the pitch. You can see our chief of defense staff there talking about William Troost Yekong. This is another lieutenant. This is our chief of army staff as far as the Eagles are concerned. So let's go out there, let's do our talking on the pitch, and let's get into the semi-finals.
I've actually ranked them with military position now. Suji, which position are you going to put Victor Osimhen?
Well, Victor Osimhen is the chief of air staff. Because he's always flying.
Try to give some position to our Eagles. The chief of army staff, Kenneth Omeruo. Where does Ahmed Musa belong?
Well, Ahmed Musa looks like the national security advisor. He's just doing his thing on the bench, motivating the boys and just seeing things from the flanks.
Oh, he's the chieftain of the team. Oh my goodness, just throw some banter in the studio there. Talking about Angola versus Nigeria, someone who did well for Nigeria in 1996, his name is Joshua Joseph, a goalkeeper. You can call him gold medalist. If you remember, Atlanta 96, he was a goalkeeper in goal post, and they did well. Right now, he says Eagles need total concentration against Angola. And that's the story we are looking at right now. Super Eagles need total concentration to beat Angola. If they are to win, they must not be complacent, they must not be carried away with the euphoria of qualifying for the quarterfinals. Go there, concentrate, calm down, and play your game. That is the key to success, coming from Doshu. Looking at this particular topic or particular talk from Joseph Joshua, would you stay with that or agree with that?
Yeah, it's a very sensible thing to say, and it's the only way. At this time, there is no chance for anybody to be complacent at this point. The competition has gotten to a very, very critical stage where you cannot afford unnecessary mistakes. In as much as we like goalkeeper Nwabali a lot, I think he still has a lot to work on his composure. And I also believe that if it is Uzoho that is fielded to play, I think the defense, the team also has to give him support. They also need to support him a lot. They need to work for him, so that whatever lapses that we as Nigerians think that Uzo has, it doesn't show at all. So from the technical section to the goalkeeping section to the defense, midfield and attack, we need to be at the top of our game to be able to deal with the Pelancas Negras, as they are called. They've been talking a lot on social media, like I said, and I want the boys to do their talking on the pitch. Let's go out there and get the game done.
Now, while we're actually hoping that they'll get the game done, let's talk about the goalkeeper, Nwabali. Nwabali is someone that a lot of Nigerians are beginning to at least have that confidence that maybe we've gotten that goalkeeper. But some pundits are a bit not too settled. Well, he has not been really tested. That's until they find some chances where he didn't miss, then they will agree that Nwabali. I'm like, well, how do you satisfy Nigerians from the way it is we're complaining about Zoho? But now we got someone that is so confident and calm, and still we're not too settled concerning. Would you say, for you now, that maybe really Nwabali has not been tested optimally?
You see, the way I look at football, the way I like my goalkeepers to be confident. And one of the ways when you know that a goalkeeper is good is the way he comes out for the ball. When there is a floated cross into the box, how does that goalkeeper come out? Does he come out confidently to pick the ball? Does he come out confidently to command his area? Nwabali is all of that. So you see those narratives on social media by those pundits is because they are trying to push an agenda of a certain goalkeeper, and it's not like I'm bothered about anything anyway. But the goalkeeper they are probably pushing is Maduka Okoye, because Maduka Okoye has been doing so well, in Italy for Udinese. And by the way, they fail to understand that Maduka Okoye his good performances are only just recent. The season has started since August. But it's just recently, between November, December, that he started coming into reckoning with Udinese again. So these are unnecessary narratives that people are pushing, and it's very unfortunate that these are renowned, quote unquote, sports pundits that are doing all of these things. Support the boys that are in camp.
About the point that are in camp there. Well, Tunji Oleke, join us from Kaduna. We've been talking concerning Eagles. Eagles will be facing the Negras on Friday by 6 p.m. It's a do or die match because we just have to win if we have to continue in this competition. And we know a lot of history that support that particular enmity between Nigeria. Well, Nigeria and Angola, that match, a lot of Nigerians can't wait to see who wins or not. But really, Nwabali has been in good form for Nigeria. In fact, we saw what he has done. He's so calm and seems to be having so much confidence. And Nigeria are hoping that he will be fit for tomorrow's game. Nwabali has been superlative form for Nigeria, even though some say maybe he has not been tested yet. But we just believe that he has been doing so much for Nigeria. Hopefully, he will be at the post and let him do well for Nigeria. And the entire squad of Eagles are battle ready to see how they can do well. While we're talking about this, right now, the Angola and the Pelancas Negras have Abidjan, for that particular game, where it will be happening live by 6 p.m. tomorrow. Angola storm Abidjan for Super Eagles clash. Well, either they storm it or they come with turbulence. We just believe that Eagles can actually fly above them concerning that. Well, a big one. Well, from the way it is, Tuji, the Angolans are already in Abidjan, ready to battle our team, Super Eagles. If you are to rate this game, or rather these two teams, from the group stage to the round of 16, now to the quarterfinals, how would you rate it? So, Eagles versus Negras.
Well, I think we had the tougher opponents. Let's not even. I think we had the tougher opponents. We had Ivory Coast. We had Equatorial Guinea. You know how good Equatorial Guinea have been, even though they've also been knocked out of the competition. For the Pelancas Negras, can't vividly remember who they had in their own groups also. But if you look at it very, very well, we had the tougher set of teams to play. We even had to play Cameroon in the round of 16. So that tells you the caliber of opponents that we ones that we've actually had in our group. So I think we have good tests to prepare us for this particular game. And whether if the Angolans may not say this, but the truth of the matter is they are also scared of the outcome of this game. They know what Victor Osimhen will bring into this particular game. They know what the defenders of Nigeria, I'm talking about Olaino, William Trusticon, Kenneth Omeruo, Calvin Bassey, they know that these are tanks. These are human tanks that they will have to contend with in that game also. They also know that with people like Frank Onyeka in midfield, with the likes of Alex Iwobi and the other guys that can come in, Moses Simon and Ademola Lukman, they know that they also have their game cut out for them. So they are also coming in, whether they storm in or they are coming with turbulence, the way you said it, they also know that their work is cut out for them in this particular game. I'm super confident about that game tomorrow night by 6 p.m. Super confident.
Just so that your confidence will actually give us that particular win there, Tuji. But you look at Angola, they also face some tough teams like Burkina Faso, Mauritania, Algeria before they face Namibia in the round of 16. So if you look at it, it seems to be like 50-50. Algeria, Burkina Faso. We also face Cameroon and Cote d'Ivoire. And we know that anytime those countries play you, they always do well. But from your analysis, hopefully, Eagles will fly high tomorrow. Right? Well, we just hope that they will not be complacent. They will show to Nigeria why they are called the Super Eagles. And that particular confidence, we're actually retaining them. They will continue to make sure it's permanent. And let's see what they'll be doing. The entire squad are battle ready. The coach is quiet. All the players are quiet, keeping their strength to themselves. And they want to make sure they silence the talk too much Angolans who really have been making so much noise on social media that they will leave it. Although it's a strategy just to create some fear. But we know that our Eagles are doing with the task. We cross over from Africa straight down to Spanish La Liga. Let's look at fixtures. A game that will be coming up. Getafe will play against Real Madrid. And that's a big one because it's a derby between Getafe and Real Madrid. You look at this game, Tuji, it's a big game, even though we know that anytime they face themselves, anyone can actually win the battle. Where are you standing?
Well, as usual, I'm actually going to go with Real Madrid for this particular game. I believe Real Madrid have all it takes to win in this particular game, knowing fully well what it has stake. As far as the La Liga is concerned, Real Madrid do not want a situation where they are playing with fire and they are still sitting in second position, even though it's just 1 point, behind Girona. And with a win tonight, they will be going top of the table. So for them, it's all about getting the points on board. It's all about doing what they need to do to ensure that they get the results in this particular game. So I'm definitely going for Real Madrid in this particular one. Probably a 2-0, 2-1 win for Real Madrid.
And do you have in mind someone that could score? I'm sure your mind could be going to Bellingham, rather.
Well, for Bellingham, his goals have actually dried up, just as some people predicted that it will happen. But for Bellingham, you always have a goal threat there. But I'm looking at Vinicius Junior scoring one in this particular game.
Let's see, maybe Bellingham will actually prove a lot of pundits wrong by scoring in that particular encounter. Well, before we go, let's look at Premier League fixtures. Game will be on. Matches will be coming up. 2 matches. West Ham will be playing against Bournemouth. Manchester United will play away to Wolverhampton Wanderers. These 2 games, if I'm to look at it with you, Tuji, West Ham, Bournemouth, where would you stand?
I'm looking at a draw in this particular game. It's either a West Ham win or a draw. I don't think Bournemouth will be able. Though Bournemouth have been really stubborn of late, but they've been collecting in the hand of the big boys, if I can put it that way. But in this particular game, it's a different kettle of fish already. We're looking at 2 teams that are almost evenly matched. But West Ham United probably have people like Mohamed Kudus back, so it's the extra spring in their heels for them. But I'm looking at a draw in this particular game, probably a 1-1 or a 2-2 draw.
Now, if you say Bournemouth have been defeated by big boys, but they defeated Manchester United.
You know better. I don't want to say anything, but you know better. I don't want to say anything, please.
Okay, just pull your leg there at least. Let's do some banter. It's not always good to be too serious. Anyway, we look at Manchester United. They play away to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Can Manchester United, even though you say you want to keep your words, can they turn this around down, looking at how the team has been playing so far?
No, United will definitely struggle in this one. They will struggle. They've been struggling away from home. Newport was the only game that they've been able to win convincingly in the last few months. Or convincingly, yes, convincingly. But against Wolves, this is a very, very difficult game for Manchester United. It's difficult to call, but I'm still see hope. I'm looking at a very slim win for Manchester United here. Probably 2-1, maybe 1-0. No, they hardly keep clean sheets. So we're looking at probably a 2-1, 3-2 thing happening here for Manchester United. It's very difficult to call, but for Manchester United, they should still have the quality to get the 3 points in this game.
Okay, a big one there coming from that particular fixtures coming up. Well, concerning this, Tunji said Man United should be able to win, but though they will struggle for West Ham Bournemouth, a big one there. Right now, we've been talking with Tunji Eleke joining us from Kaduna. But Tunji, before you go, let's have your prediction concerning Angola, Nigeria.
Between Angola, Nigeria, 2-0. Super Eagles, Nigeria, 2-0.
For Nigeria.
Victor Osimhen scoring both goals.
Okay, let's see. Maybe you become Octopus Studio Eleke. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Okay, good one. To you, Eleke, join us from Kaduna there. At least he predicted 2-0 for Nigerian Super Eagles against Angola Pelanca Negras. Let's see, maybe we actually predict right in that particular game that will be coming by 6 p.m. on Friday evening for Super Eagles. Nigerians saying go out there and do it again. Well, from us here, Tunji, thank you so much once again for joining us from KD. Okay, well, I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Sport is always business and fitness. Thanks for watching.